Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do something that you are hardly ever going to do. In fact, the only time that you will do what I'm about to show you is when you are converting into Lizzy and you're just getting things set up. You need to put the units in that you may already own, and the system needs to, you need a quick way to be able to go in and do that. Once you get up and running on Lizzy, you are never going to go in and do this again. So just keep that in mind, that this is something to know how to do in the event that you need to get started, but it is not something you're going to do after that point. Now, to do this, we're in the serialized section, and we're going to come over here to add unit. So I'm in the units, add unit. The first thing we need to do is find the model number that we're looking for. Now, if we can't find the model number, let's say that we're looking for a CBR 1000, this allows us to choose the unit. But if we do not have a model number, then we need to add the model number in this control here. We can also narrow down and select only model numbers for certain manufacturers, certain unit types, and so forth. But just keep in mind, if I don't have the model that I'm looking for, I do need to add it. If it happens to be that I don't have the manufacturer that I'm looking for, and you should always look in this list. As an example here, you can see that 3 people have added Honda in here 3 separate times. And what that is going to cause is a huge problem, because now I've got units, you may call it Honda, but Lizzy's looking at it from the standpoint that those are 3 separate manufacturers, and she's keeping 3 of the units tagged to one, 5 to another, and 50 to another. And now you're going to have a mess when it comes to your accounting and trying to figure out what needs to go where. So you should always look in this list before you add another manufacturer. Now, we're going to select the CBR 1000 just as an example to show you how to add a new model or a new unit. We're going to come in here and tell it whether it's a new, used, whatever it happens to be. If I'm tracking things based on certain locations, maybe I keep some units in the back, some in the warehouse, whatever. This gives you the ability to tag the unit for a specific location. If you haven't set up locations, then you don't really need to worry about this field. You can see that it's already filled out the information on the type of unit that we're working with. We're going to go ahead and type in a stock number, VIN number, serial number if we have it, the date we received it, and other various information. Now, Lizzy actually will remember this information for this model number, so the next unit we add in, it'll default some of this stuff for us. But we're going to go ahead and scroll down here. We'll put in a ticket MSRP. We'll just pick something here. And then we'll say that we actually sell this for $11,500. And you can go in and fill in whatever other information you want to. We're going to go ahead and save the unit. And in fact, I forgot to put the VIN number in, so let's go back up here. So we'll put in our VIN number, save the unit. Now, you'll notice that Lizzy has automatically created a stock number for us, and that's based on settings that are over in the settings section for the serialized stuff. So it gives, if you want, Lizzy can actually help you with the generation of that number, or you can manually create it. There's different options over there for helping you determine, or telling Lizzy how to determine what to do with that number. Now, at this point, we have manually added a unit to the system. And what I want to do is I'm going to come down here and show you the general ledger hits that actually happened when we added this. And actually, hold on, we forgot to do one thing. In order to do in order for the thing to actually get on your books, we need to give it a cost, obviously. So let's say that we brought this particular unit in at 9,000. And so now we'll save it. So now if we come down here and view the general ledger hits, you can see that this unit actually went against an inventory shrinkage account. And that's because Lizzy doesn't know where this thing came from. She doesn't know if you own it, if it's something that you've already paid for. So it just assumes an inventory shrinkage account so that it can do something on the books. Now, if we want to move this into owner's equity, for example, then we can just go in and create a manual GL adjustment between inventory shrinkage and our owner equity account. The other thing that we can do is, if we've added this unit in and now we want to actually put it on a purchase order so that we show that we do owe on this. We brought it into inventory, but we do owe somebody for it. We can also, instead of bringing it in on a PO directly, we can probably more quickly add it directly into here and then come in and tell it to refinance the unit, choose who we're going to refinance it with. It has the amount based on the cost that we put in, and then it's got our GL account that it's actually going to hit in order to do this refinance. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell it to refinance, and this is our information for our departmental accounting. I'm just going to skip past this, and we'll save that. And so now if we come down here and view our general ledger hits, you can see that it's actually brought the unit into accounts payable. So it took it out of the inventory shrinkage account and moved it into payable. So that's just a really quick way to get something into the system and on a purchase order so that we know that we owe for it. But again, once you get past the conversion state, you're never going to come in here and add a unit. And I do mean never. There's not a single situation that comes up that you would ever want to come in here and do this, other than converting your system from one business system into Lizzy, and you're trying to get all of this data entered in so that you can keep track of it.